Hey everybody, welcome to JLB Sports TV. I am Justin Block, and as we all know, and as the world knows by now, Fernando Torres has successfully moved on to Chelsea for a record £50 million. I have a few thoughts to share on the move, but first off I'd like to say I highly condemn any Torres shirt burning whatsoever. Although we all know that no player is bigger than the club itself, when you burn a Torres shirt, you're also burning the Liverpool crest. So if you do that, you're not a true fan. Right there, first and simple. Secondly, I personally thought that I had two trains of thoughts when it came to Fernando Torres. Personally, I didn't think he would move in the January transfer window. I actually made a video a couple days ago that I never put up for fear of this, stating why I thought he would never move. One, because I thought Liverpool would try to hustle Chelsea for upwards of £60 million, and I didn't think Roman Abramovich was that stupid to try to be hustled for that amount. The two sides just wanting more or less from each other, I didn't think it would work out in such a short period of time. Number two, the logistics of it. Should Chelsea sign Torres, Liverpool would have only had a couple days or a few hours to sign a replacement striker. So I thought, that doesn't make sense at all. And number three, I didn't think that Torres had a place in Chelsea's squad. I personally didn't know where he would fit, so I didn't think the actual logistics of it made sense, but that was all thrown out the window. Chelsea paid £50 million for the striker, and Damian Comolli and the rest of the Liverpool staff, hats off to Damian Comolli and John Henry for splashing the cash, for going out and being aggressive this deadline. Got Suarez, got Andy Carroll, almost got Charlie Adam, and we were very aggressive for Ashley Young. So even though we all know that Fernando Torres is in no way worth £50 million, it's just that he has this sex appeal. It's the only way I can think of it. He has a sex appeal to everybody around him that makes him, like such an attractive striker. It's the only way he's worth £50 million. There's no way Andy Carroll is worth £35 million. Englishmen, I don't understand why they're rated so high. He hasn't even played a full season in the Premier League, but he has a bright future. I'm sure he'll be a top striker for us. He'll be a great number 9. But I think that just goes to show you that John Henry and Fenway Sports Group and New England Sports Venture are willing to spend the cash, which is very encouraging for the summer. That's a whole nother mess. In the back of my mind, I was hoping that Torres would actually never leave, because I was thinking, all right, he weathered last year's disastrous campaign. Benitez was out. Benitez was the guy that signed Torres. He won the World Cup. Last summer would have been the perfect time for Liverpool to sell Torres, or for Torres to leave, because teams were reportedly offering upwards of £70 million, possibly £80 million for Torres. I was thinking, all right, if we weather that storm, he's in for the long haul. But then, of course, after the absolute disastrous start to the season, I'm thinking, all right, Liverpool aren't going to be able to finish top 4 now. We're not going to be able to offer Torres. We're not going to be able to offer Champions League football for Torres. He'll probably move on the summer, and I had that in the back of my mind, but I never really wanted to think of it, because things are looking up for Liverpool now. The owners are willing to spend. We have the new owners in. King Kenny is in. Hodgson is out. We have a great manager. We're getting positive results now. Torres his play is improving. He's getting the ball, and things are they're looking good. They're looking up. So I was thinking, Fernando Torres, after you've weathered the storm and there's a golden sky in the distance, why would you jump ship now when things are finally starting to look up for everybody? But the way I see it, it's just more glory for true Reds that want to stick around. As for the move itself, from a business perspective, it's brilliant. Fernando Torres is not worth £50 million. No striker is worth £50 million in my mind. Chelsea grossly overpaid. Liverpool got what they wanted. That's all I can say. From a business perspective, it makes sense. It allowed Liverpool to go out and buy 2 class strikers, and they were almost able to add a midfielder and a winger, but time ran out on us and the Torres deal. That was the only negative impact of the Torres deal, because it was done such last minute. Liverpool were kind of scrambling to get deals done. Guaranteed, if they had another day or two, they would have been able to sign Charlie Adam and possibly another winger. So from a business perspective, it's brilliant, but from an emotional perspective, it hurts. Fernando Torres is my favorite Liverpool player. All of my Liverpool jerseys that I own have his name imprinted on the back, so I have to figure out what I'm going to do with those now. He is my favorite player. I'm sure he was one of your favorite players. He was very, very special to the club, and I said this before, no one player is greater than the club, but Fernando Torres, he was close to it. He had a very special place in every Liverpool's fans' hearts. Talismanic goal scorer, great goal scorer, and I was going to, with his departure, I was going to think highly of him. I was thinking, you know what, he's moving on. It's fine. We all knew this would happen, because we would not be able to offer him Champions League football next season. But here's this quote from Chelsea TV that that gets you thinking from Torres. He said, and I quote, "It's very tough to play against Chelsea. They're one of the biggest teams in Europe, always fighting for everything. So after that, there is no more look forward. It's the top level, and this is the target for every footballer. To play in one of the top clubs in the world, I can do it now. So I have to be very happy, as I am." I guess Liverpool is not one of the top clubs in your mind. Liverpool is not one of the biggest clubs in England. Liverpool is not one of the top clubs in the world. I know we're 7th in the Premier League, but things are looking up. This is Liverpool. Liverpool Football Club, one of the richest histories in the history of football. Rich tradition, proud fans. Torres, the cops sang your name. There wasn't even a dance for you, the Nando bounce. I can't think of any other footballer that has their own dance. For God's sakes, you had your own dance. The fans loved you. The club loved you. Everybody loved you. And with that statement, you broke our hearts. It was basically, you gave the finger to Liverpool saying, you know what, I'm better than you guys. I'm beyond the club. I'm better than you. So obviously the arrogance is not appreciated. I'm not going to turn on Torres and say, F Torres, I'm going to go burn his jersey. But, it doesn't make your departure, it doesn't make it feel any better. So think about it this way. Liverpool transferred their star 26-year-old injury-prone striker, and they got 2 players under 25 who have the best years of the career ahead of them, and they're locked up. The way I see it, this is a win-win for Liverpool across the board. I know it hurts because we all love Torres, but Liverpool are getting in 2 quality players, very little injury history, and giving away and making Chelsea grossly overpay for a guy that will probably only start half the games that Suarez will start for Liverpool, or half the games that Carroll will start for Liverpool. Honestly, Torres has maybe 3 good years left in his career. He's gonna take a pounding in the Premier League. He's a pacey striker. He will get old, he will get injured, he will fall. For the future, this is great for Liverpool, but for now, it hurts obviously for the rest of the season. That's all for today of JLB Sports TV. I'm Justin Block. Give your reactions to Fernando Torres leaving Liverpool below. Leave a video response, leave a comment, whatever. I want to know what you guys are thinking. I'm heartbroken, but I know it's the best for Liverpool, and I know that they will move on, and I know that even better and brighter things are ahead of Liverpool than can ever be ahead of for Fernando Torres. We will destroy Chelsea next weekend. YNWA, everybody.